Hello, heroes. It's Uncle Mike here, and this is year 2, week 13, and I'm back out on the trail. Alright, so while we're out here on the trail, let's go ahead and just get the elephant that's in the room out of the way. Well, it's not really the elephant in the room. It's actually the elephant on my head, which is my own personal MAGA hat, which is Mike, another great American, and that is me. So we have another great American out on the trail. So as I'm out here on the trail, I'm actually fascinated in these strange days that we got with all of the COVID-19 measures that are currently in place. And what's fascinating about it to me is that we have effectively shut down economies. Actually, we have shut down the global economy, and the science isn't even really actually there yet to substantiate what's going on. So it's absolutely fascinating to me about having, like I said, the economies reacting so crazy to what's going on in the world, and the science isn't there. And what I mean by the science is, it's just the information isn't there. It's the information about the recovery rate, the death rate, how many people actually have it, because a lot of people probably have it, don't even know it, and they don't even have any symptoms because the virus just doesn't interact with them. Their immune system just kills it. So all of that data, all of that science isn't there yet, and as a precaution, we have then shut down the global economy. And to me, that is just absolutely fascinating, the human reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic. Not actually the reaction to the virus, but the actual reaction to the possibility of the virus. So it actually is just fascinating to me, our human reaction to the possibilities. And so as I take this hike, there's some other things that personally that are changing, at least in my mind and my thoughts about the world going forward after all of this COVID-19 pandemic is over, or at least the reaction is over to the pandemic. So, well, let's just continue our hike. So another thing that is fascinating to me in these strange days, besides the economy, and by the way, the economy to me is defined as people's ability and willingness to transact in the world. And both our ability and our willingness to transact has been hindered. So, but the other thing that is fascinating to me is how my own thoughts and my own thinking have really not just changed, but just kind of bounced all over the place. You know, Aunt Cindy and I, we were thinking about buying property, you know, something like 20 or 40 acres, kind of going off grid-ish in the, you know, toward the probably last third year of our life, about to be, since we're middle-aged and then we're just about to be old. But well, I guess we're working through middle age, because middle age is like to 65 or something like that. But so we thought about buying property and, you know, becoming more perhaps nomadic and getting a camper or an RV and doing stuff like that. But now what's happened is with this whole situation, right, with lockdowns and stay home and social distancing and all that stuff, we've really started to have the conversation and loop back around now and really look at what we've got. And it's kind of like that Sheryl Crow song, something about the sun, rays of the sun, I can't remember, but it's a Sheryl Crow song. I know that. Sorry, squirrel. There's a squirrel. Yeah, you probably can't see it because of the GoPro, but yeah, it's a Sheryl Crow song, and I think the lyric of the song is something like, it's not having what you want, it's about wanting what you've got, something to that effect. And so, but that's really what Aunt Cindy and I have been doing now. I mean the house that we have now is great. It's actually a little too big for the two of us. And as we get older, going upstairs is going to be more of a challenge, just because of seeing the situation with my mom. But the good thing is that the master is downstairs, and it's nice because we have a nice garage. We can put both of our trucks in the garage, so they're safe and secure. I've got to make a turn here on the trail and go downhill, so hopefully I don't slip and fall. I'm going to focus on where I'm going right now instead of talking to you. Sorry. So yeah, but we've really started to think about why do we want to leave the house? I mean, the trail that I'm on right now, and so much of the trails that you've seen in my vlog, those trails are literally right out my front door. And then we've got, just within a mile, we've got lake and river access, because we live right near a dam. And so yeah, it's like what we've got is really what we want. And as we get older, and I always say everybody retires, meaning eventually your body is going to force you to retire. And it just gets hard seeing, like I said, seeing my mother. And if you want, you can watch one of the coffees with moms that I'll put up here in the card. But yeah, it's this whole stranger days with this COVID-19 have really forced me to look at what we've already got and reevaluate how close is that to really what we want in our lives. So as we go through these stranger days, that's one of the things that I am going to do as we just continue to live with these COVID-19 measures in place. and that is really think about the new normal. I mean, what are we forced to change now, and what are we not forced to change? But also the opportunities that lie in all of this chaos that's going on right now. And one of the things that I am doing is really evaluating, wanting what I've already got. And as I've said, we've got a beautiful home. It's in a beautiful location. I have these trails literally right out my front door. I've got all the luxuries of the world at my fingertips. I've got space in my garage for 2 Ford F-150s. I have still the economy. I still have the ability and willingness to transact with other people. So why do I want to give all that up and do some type of change, like buying property and going off grid? Because again, my experience with my own mother has been, your body will retire and everything becomes hard. And I need to look forward as to how I want my life at that time to be, but also how I want my life now to be. And I'm coming to the realization that I want what I've got. And yeah, I still want to do things. I still want to think less fat and to behave less fat and therefore be less fat. And I still want to travel, and I still want to start hiking more, and I want to start backpacking and probably camping and maybe RV and do some level of nomadic life. But as Aunt Cindy says, she always wants a foundation, and we've got the foundation now. And it's beautiful, and it's really what we want. So as you go through these strange days, really evaluate, do you want what you've got now? And if not, then what do you need to do to make the change? And this is really starting to sound a lot like my year 1 vlogs, with me starting to do the think less fat and therefore behave less fat and therefore be less fat, that whole weight loss journey. So I'm really just taking these new thoughts and these new actions, these new behaviors that I've learned, and really now starting to apply those to just my life. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited for this opportunity with all this COVID-19 craziness to really be forced to make that evaluation, because I'm realizing that I've got it really good. Like my hike here in my neighborhood trail, this COVID-19 pandemic will pass. And I know that because people have already recovered from the coronavirus. So, but during this time, I offer to you in my coaching of what I've thought about and what I've learned, is to evaluate what is good in your life and what is it that you want to change going forward. That's what I continue to do. So remember, thumbs up because you are so thumbs up because you are amazing. Subscribe and chime that bell to get notified. I am your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle. I am Uncle Mike. We are here.